At this time, can we please have all graduates take their seat?
Good afternoon and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vigo County School Corporation 2020 commencement exercises for Terre Haute South Vigo High School. For your convenience, restrooms are located behind the stage on the west side of the greenhouse and under the west side bleachers. If you should need assistance during the ceremonies, school staff and security staff are on duty. Please let them know of your need. At this time, it would be appreciated if everyone could turn their phones and pagers to the silent mode. On behalf of all of our seniors, the members of the School Board of Trustees, Superintendent Hayworth, and all members of our school staff, we're excited for this opportunity to honor our students. Our expectations are that each student will be held in high esteem and honored and respected for all they have accomplished, during their entire school career. As the seniors are introduced, we ask that those in the audience show positive support, remembering that each student is a son or daughter, brother or sister, or friend of others in the audience. We trust that everyone will enjoy these commencement ceremonies.
Good afternoon. I'm Reagan Faust, the senior class vice president. On behalf of Superintendent Robert Hayworth and Principal Dr. Tammy Rochendell, welcome to Terre Haute South High School for today's graduation ceremony. Before we honor our graduates, please direct your attention to the stage for the national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of America.
Good afternoon to all of our Terre Haute South teachers, administrators, family, and classmates here to celebrate our outstanding graduating class. As I look out upon all of my peers, it is extremely hard to believe how far we have come. We started as the timid, tiny freshmen who just did our best to try and avoid W hallway, and now we leave as the top dogs who leave dauntless and fearless of our upcoming endeavors. In reality, this graduating class has demonstrated nothing but character, perseverance, and determination throughout their 4 years at South. We brought back the hallway decorations, and may I say, we seniors won in both the fall and winter in the internal competition. We brought back powder puff volleyball, and we had the largest homecoming dance to date. Even when the last third of our senior year was moved to online, this class showed our resilience to finish the school year. This fact is only one of the many reasons as to why I proudly say that I am a Terre Haute South grad, and that I got to share my 4 years with these amazing classmates. We have truly left our mark. We have created an environment for future classes and have been able to serve as great role models for them as they aspire to what we have now achieved. Thank you, friends, thank you, teachers, and thank you, South.
It is an honor to be here this afternoon to recognize the Terre Haute South class of 2020. I want to thank the parents, guardians, and family members with us today as their ongoing support has led to today's ultimate achievement. Thank you to our School Board of Trustees for their ongoing support and dedication to the students of Vigo County. Thank you, Superintendent Dr. Hayworth, Deputy Superintendent Dr. Goler, and Director of Secondary Ed, Dr. Stacy Mason, for your ongoing leadership and dedication to the students and staff of Vigo County. And to the teachers of Terre Haute South Vigo High School, thank you. You are the best. Your commitment and dedication to our students is inspiring. Without your devotion to our students and your fidelity to a rigorous curriculum, our students would not achieve such great accomplishments. A few of those accomplishments are the results we achieve in academic competitions. We have fabulous academic coaches at Terre Haute South that put in a tremendous amount of time to prepare our students for regional, state, and national competitions. Just to mention a few of our accomplishments. Terre Haute South had 30 students compete in the 53rd annual Rose-Hallman High School Math Contest. Terre Haute South finished second place overall with numerous individual award winners. Terre Haute South had numerous seniors participate in the Senior Individual 2020 Academic Super Bowl. With over 1,400 participants, Terre Haute South had 9 students who scored in the top 15%. Our Science Olympiad team won regionals. Our engineering group teams placed first in the state. Our Envirothon team won regionals and earned a spot to compete at the state level. Our Spell Bowl team went to state for the 17th consecutive year and placed second. We also had great achievements in the area of foreign language. Our students compete against hundreds of other students across the state to earn the honor of studying abroad through the IU Summer Honors Program. Honors were awarded to seniors Lauren Kirshner and Bailey Gardner, who studied in France. Our top Latin students competed at the state convention and competed in the National Latin Exam. Sarah Hoggett and Andy Sons dominated in the area of poetry. Sarah Hoggett also medaled in the National Latin Vocabulary Exam. DECA students performed exceptionally well at the state level, and 12 students were eligible for nationals. Maya Merchot and Reagan Faust sponsored 2 educational programs for Terre Haute South students, Drive to Save Lives and the Save a Life Tour, 2 powerful distracted driving presentations. These young ladies raised nearly $10,000 to bring these educational opportunities to Terre Haute South. Tassity Fagg and Crispin Ewan raised nearly $2,000 and gathered needed items for infants and children to be donated to CASA. Lauren Kirshner was instrumental in starting a DECA middle school DECA chapter at Woodrow Wilson Middle School and Greencastle Middle School. 2 seniors excelled in the Launch Innovate Within competition, Julia Pomfret and Sam Ford. Sam Ford demonstrated his skills in the Congressional App Contest. Sam Ford and Jesper Nielsen also dominated the IUPUI Programming Challenge. 4 seniors had the opportunity to represent Terre Haute South on a 14-day trip to Japan. Maddie Kincaid, Jalen Bradbury, Tassity Fagg, and Crispin Ewan. We had the great privilege of being the home of an Indiana academic all-star, Miss Sarah Hoggett, this year's valedictorian. Terre Haute South Braves also excel in the area of athletics. A few of our athletic accomplishments this year included the boys tennis team won the racket, were sectional champions, regional champions, semi-state champions, and competed in the state Final Four. The girls golf team won county. The wrestling team brought home the hammer once again. They were Conference Indiana champions, regional champions, and our very own Brendan McPike was a state wrestling qualifier. This is the first year our bowling team was a Terre Haute South sponsored sport. And boy, did that make us proud. The team advanced to the state tournament, and David Hayes advanced to state as an individual bowler. And I would love to be able to say that I'm the bowling team's #1 fan, but it'd be hard to beat Trey Brown and Justin Fish, who are wild and crazy bowling fans. I witnessed myself. You'd have had to have been there. You'd had to have seen it to believe it. The Terre Haute South football team kept the bell home on the south side. The boys soccer team won the cup. The volleyball team won the Spike Trophy. The girls basketball team won the Queens of the Court Trophy. The cross country team had 3 state qualifiers, one being a senior, our very own Lily Barton. Terre Haute South added fishing as a sponsored sport this year, and we look forward to their future accomplishments. And Terre Haute South was the home of a Macmillan Award winner, Mr. Jason Swearens. Jason was also named the 2020 Indiana Gatorade Track Athlete of the Year and was the recipient of the 2020 Mr. Track and Field Award. We are very proud of Jason, and on top of having brains and brawn, he has a huge heart and always displays impeccable character. Terre Haute South Braves excel in the arts as well. Members of the choir are highly rated at the ISMA solo and ensemble contest and the vocal jazz state qualifications. Jazz band earned the gold rating at ISMA Jazz, and the Terre Haute South Marching Band was an ISMA Scholastic State finalist for the 8th year in a row. The orchestra program had 7 students take solos to ISMA and all earned medals. And in the art department, 11 students had artwork selected for the Swope Art Museum virtual display. One of our senior artists, Crispin Ewan, earned recognition and an award for her sculpture. Numerous certifications and opportunities come out of our CTE department. In the area of health careers, I am proud to report that we are in good hands, and you'd better be good to our students because they may be tending to your health needs one day. We had 9 students complete the CNA program, and most of them are currently employed as CNAs. Harley Dykus, Abby Ward, Christina Demanis, Kara Totten, Chris Newman, Rayleigh Milburn, Ashley Harden, Haley Hunt, and Lexi Swan. Our manufacturing courses and building and facilities maintenance courses produced numerous items this year for our school and our local community, including cornhole boards, bookcases, picnic tables, and benches. Terre Haute South had 18 students earn the FS 100 Basic Programming with Material Handling certification. We had 8 students compete regionally and advance to state in Skills USA. A total of 32 NIMS machining certifications were earned this year. We had a senior graphic design student, Kendra Deckard, who had her digital photographs selected to be featured in the SWOT Art Expedition. And while in remote learning, our shining CTE students developed fabulous career portfolios that will prove beneficial in completing job applications, preparing for interviews, and applying for scholarships. Our ROT students shine in the area of community service and lead with a servant's heart. Their philanthropic calendar of events is packed full and quite impressive throughout the school year. In fact, they've been constructing an outdoor agility course here on campus this summer for Vigo County students. Several of our graduates could not be with us today as they've already begun training and service for our country. Can we please give them a round of applause? I have briefly summarized a tremendous amount of accomplishments, and this is just a snapshot of your senior year. You've had 4 years of successes, accomplishments, fun, and growth at Terre Haute South. All of those experiences define your high school years, not just what has occurred since March. No matter where your strengths or talents lie, you've shined at Terre Haute South and found your niche. May you continue to always capitalize on your strengths and talents and find your place in this world where you can make a positive, considerable impact. You've inspired me for the past 4 years as your principal, and I ask that you reflect upon my closing words and possibly find a modicum of inspiration today to take with you as a life challenge. You have exciting experiences and times on the horizon, and your focus should now be on making your world bigger and brighter each and every day. We hope that the skills you've gained at Terre Haute South are allowing you to leave better equipped to work and live in a world with others of all backgrounds. We hope you're leaving us with the ability and discernment to recognize the contributions of all cultures and races in our society. Your world is becoming more diverse than ever before and is ever changing. You have to determine how to best use your life to be of service to our fellow man, our world, our planet. You don't have to get it right now. You will make mistakes and you will fail. But failure gives you the opportunity once again to recalculate your path and ask, what do I do next? What direction do I head? Let your moral compass lead you. Each year over the past 4 years, we've shared the first day of school together, and I've challenged you all to find and follow your internal moral compass, your true north. I'm going to leave you all with the same challenge. And here on the south side, Mr. Man reminds us each year it's our true south. Your internal compass helps you orient yourself and find your fixed point of direction in this spinning world. You have to figure out, what are your principles? What do you stand for? What are you willing to fight for? How can others benefit from your personal mission? You must learn to follow your true south in order to be authentic, to be your true self, and to lead. You'll always be judged by how you treat others, and especially those that may have less power than you, less privilege than you, or who do not share a platform with you where they have a voice that can be heard. You are indebted to life until you've helped someone less fortunate. You have to help empower others and never be prideful or arrogant. These attitudes will cause you to crumble or collapse and will impede your success. Always give to receive and forget about yourself. You'll find yourself when you're helping others and figuring out how to make this world around you better for everyone. Do not falter in your moral drive, your character, and your principles. I know the class of 2020 to be moral, hardworking, driven, bright, and kind. Kindness is extending yourself in a way that uplifts another human being. Keep yourself uplifted and your spirit fueled so that you may always uplift and refuel the spirit of others. Our world needs you now more than ever before, and we all have faith that you will help us lead to a bigger, brighter world full of faith, hope, and opportunity for all.
Hello, my name is Crispin Ewan, Terre Haute South Student Council Treasurer and Class of 2020 Secretary. Priscilla Liu is the daughter of John Liu and Shirley Chiao. Priscilla has been recognized for having a perfect spell bowl score and being a National Merit Scholarship finalist. She has received a perfect score on her ACT. She is happy to have been involved in stand, marching band, Science Olympiad, Science Bowl, teams, Model UN, Science and English Academic Super Bowl, National Honor Society, and being a co-captain on the Spell Bowl team, all while being a Terre Haute South Brave. Out in the community, Priscilla is a mentor in the World Gospel Chinese Fellowship and is a devout drive team member of their area 5188 robotics team. Additionally, she's a great pianist. Priscilla plans on attending Cornell University this fall to major in biological sciences with a concentrate in the area of neuroscience and/or cognitive science.
Hello everyone. As you just heard, I'm Priscilla Liu, and I'm this year's Salutatorian, somehow. And even if it's somewhat late, and a lot of us are wearing masks, so we can't see any smiles, and I'm fairly certain my cap will fly off into the air at some point in this speech, I'm so glad that this graduation is actually happening. However, that also means I have to give this speech. So, despite my slight fear of public speaking, I guess we can't have everything. Sarah will mention later that sometimes we need a reminder that this is not the end of the story. But in order to have a clearer picture of the future, sometimes we need a reminder of who we were in the past. So today I'm gonna take us all back a few years and revisit our childhoods. It was really hard to find something that everyone could relate to because we are such unique people, but there are some characters, I'm sure, like Barney, Elmo, those creepy Teletubbies that have really weird names that I can't remember, and Winnie the Pooh that I'm sure we all grew up with. The experiences I've gone through these past few months in the wake of COVID-19 have honestly reminded me the most of the adventures of Winnie the Pooh. When we were literally ripped away from school in March, I felt most like Christopher Robin, a little lost by the sudden change and very lonely without the physical presence of my friends. And instead of enjoying the last few months of senior year and steeling myself for college, I found myself stuck at home with my family all day like a little kid again. And I'm not gonna lie, it was very comforting to feel safe and cared for by my parents, and it was really familiar to be fighting with my sister over meaningless things. but it honestly just wasn't helping me grow more mature in any way. And I'm sure we all remember when the piglet side of us took hold. That frantic, anxious, never-ending worry about the rising death tolls, and the frenzy in the grocery stores to stock up on toilet paper, food, batteries, masks, and gloves. Lots of ranting over Zoom calls and hushed conversation about the future happened as well. Eventually, I just felt so helpless and insignificant in comparison to how serious the situation was becoming that I just kind of gave up. So then I slipped into ER mode. I felt really lethargic going about my day, and I never spent so much time on YouTube, and my motto was rapidly heading toward sleep is life. My parents, of course, they worked from home, so that left them very little energy to deal with my moods, and it somehow got harder to keep up with schoolwork, even with the 11:59 p.m. deadlines. Thank you, teachers. And the 3-day school weeks. A lot of my conversations were mostly just complaints, and I got the Pooh Bear syndrome at the same time because there were so many snacks in the house to discover, and everything beyond sleeping, eating, doing my homework, and repeating kind of felt like an oh bother task to me. And even worse, it kind of felt like the whole world was at a standstill along with me. And in our relatively sheltered town of Terre Haute, it was really easy to slip into that mindset that the new normal was just staying inside like a hermit all day and assuming the pandemic was affecting other people, not me. And of course, when spring arrived, I couldn't take it anymore, and the world was waking up, so why couldn't I wake up? So I got really energetic and feisty and hyper, kind of like Rue and Tigger. My sister can tell you how unbearably annoying I was once May began, because she and I played many rounds of ping pong. And the rabbit character in me took hold fast as well. I cleaned a lot of the house and organized a lot of rooms that really didn't need organizing just to feel a little bit more in control and channel my energy into something useful. And finally, we've reached the owl stage. And I'm still wallowing in this particular step of my journey because this pandemic has changed so many aspects of our normal daily lives. And my instinct is to get more knowledge and information and advice so I don't feel so unprepared and clueless about what we're heading towards. And for those of us going to college, there are tentative plans, contingency plans, and even backup plans for those contingency plans that we are looking into. And for people going into the workforce, the future is very uncertain as well. And I'm sure we all want to know what's going to be in store for us and to feel a little more secure. But for now, we have to deal with what little pieces of certainty that we have at the moment. I know for sure the class of 2020 all over the world will have a senior year to remember for the rest of their lives. Our unique experience at Terre Haute South, especially, but not limited to, our final year, has woven us into the fabric of this high school's history permanently. And the familiar hands of our teachers, counselors, and administrators will continue to stitch those South qualities into future students. And furthermore, as a community, we all speak the same language and have spoken the same language for months. And I'm not really talking about English, but a connection that communicates in a deeper place in each of us. We relate to what I'd like to call the Winnie the Pooh sides of each other that we all know how it feels to go through. Once, we were all little kids with big dreams and hopes. And once, the biggest problem in our lives was how to tie our shoelaces or when we could hear another bedtime story. And now, a healthy dose of reality later, the problems we face are so much bigger, but our dreams are a lot greater too. There's a lot going on in the world right now, and there will definitely be more effects and aftershocks of this pandemic in the future. The ugly flaws of racism and socioeconomic divides and political strife have already reared their heads. It's really easy to feel like a speck of dust in the galaxy amidst all these problems that just won't go away. But I hope we hold on to all these relationships we've formed with the Winnie the Pooh sides of ourselves and each other, because they're important. And when I think back to 2020, I'll remember the fear and the memes and the Zoom calls, but what will make a much more powerful impression on my mind are the connections that we've made and the common ground we've found to stand on despite the chaos. So I ask you to please hold on to these Winnie the Pooh sides of yourself, because they'll be sure to help you in the future. Because no matter how great or famous we become, it's really our relationships that define us. It's not the end of the story, and our childhood lessons will never die either. As A.A. Milne, author of Winnie the Pooh, said, "If you weren't you, then we'd all be a little bit less, we."
Good afternoon. I am Maggie Harbaugh, the Secretary of Student Council. I am honored to introduce the 2020 Terre Haute South Vigo High School Valedictorian, Sarah Hoggett. Sarah is the daughter of Cassie and Jason Hoggett. Sarah participated in TEAMS, a technology, engineering, and mathematics competition, the STAND Club, a student-led movement to end mass atrocities, the JCL Latin Club, and she was a member of the Spell Bowl, Science Olympiad, Academic Super Bowl, and tennis teams. In her free time, Sarah enjoys drawing, bullet journaling, and playing the ukulele. Sarah was nominated for the Daughters of the American Revolution Good Citizen Award and was a National Merit Scholar finalist. Sarah will be attending the University of Chicago to study molecular engineering. Please welcome to the podium our valedictorian, Sarah Hoggett.
Hi. Hello to all the teachers, administrators, family, friends, and fellow classmates who are here today. Let me tell you a story about a boy and a girl. It's kind of short, kind of boring, but the end is a whirl. These lines are from the beginning of Conan Gray's song, The Story, and yes, the end has been a whirl. This year, we've encountered some extraordinary circumstances and a lot of extra uncertainty. But we've made it this far. We're here together to walk across the stage in spite of a pandemic, and we're not going to stop moving forward. Throughout our 4 years in high school, we've always struggled with adversity, especially right now, but our current struggles do not erase all that we've learned. We are absolutely prepared to keep telling our own stories. It is unfortunate that the ends of our high school careers have not been as fun or complete as we thought they would be. I am regretful that we did not get the senior experience we've been looking forward to for 4 years, being mentors for the new players in the spring sports seasons, painting our names on our favorite teachers' walls in those last few days of school while everything is winding down, and especially enjoying those good-looking strawberries for senior breakfast that we've been looking forward to for 4 years. I think what is most sad is that we don't get to say a proper goodbye to our ways of life for the past 4 years. I know I was looking forward to that sense of closure and accomplishment, leaving the parking lot on the last day after saying goodbye to my friends, teachers, and even my locker. But more important than the way we say goodbye to this stage of our lives is the way that we greet the next one. We have learned a lot about ourselves and the world in the last 4 years in more than just academic settings. Yes, we've learned about the Neolithic age and comma splices and antiderivatives and all the other stuff that everyone complains about never needing ever again. But we've also learned how to take care of each other and ourselves in the midst of loss and anxiety. We cared for each other when we lost our fellow braves.
We were caring for each other when we called over Zoom, if only just to see each other's faces. We are caring for each other even now as we finally get our proper goodbyes while we adjust to this new normal. I hope that we all hold on to that care and connection, and as Priscilla said, those Winnie the Pooh sides of ourselves, as we take steps together into our dynamic and turbulent world. We are flexible and caring people who are absolutely capable of shaping our changing world for the better. So, like Conan Gray explains in his song, The Story, I'm afraid that's just the way the world works. It ain't funny, it ain't pretty, and it ain't sweet. We will always have challenges and adversities that we may not be able to entirely overcome, but we can choose how we let them affect our futures. I know that we will take all that we have learned from the frustrating, disappointing, and abrupt end to this year and use it to do better things. It may be the end of this chapter of our lives, but it's not the end of the story.
Superintendent Dr. Hayworth, Board President Mr. Irwin, and members of the School Board of Trustees, we have examined the academic records of the outstanding students before us and have found that they have completed or will complete all the requirements necessary to receive a diploma or certificate of completion from Terre Haute South Vigo High School. Dr. Hayworth, I present to you the Terre Haute South class of 2020.
Dr. Rochendale, as superintendent, and on behalf of the school board, I hereby confirm upon this class their degree as high school graduates as indicated, with all the rights, privileges thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, class of 2020. This makes it really official. Congratulations.
Hello, good afternoon again. I forgot to introduce myself, but I'm Ethan Toomey, Student Council President for 2020. This is a very important day in the lives of the graduates of Terre Haute South Vigo High School. We ask that you refrain from making loud noises and hold your applauses until the end while we read the names of the graduates, so that all family members can be able to hear when the graduate's called. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Brady Scott. I am the assistant principal of Terre Haute South High School. It's wonderful to see so many family and friends joining us this afternoon to honor our 2020 graduating class. Now for the recognition of our graduates. The first recognition for this afternoon will be for our fellow Braves that we have lost. Our first graduate, Jenna K. Pirelli. Our second graduate, Robert J. Klaus. And now for our stage participants. Crispin Alexandra Juliet Ewan. Reagan Marie Faust. Margaret Grace Harbaugh. Sarah Catherine Hoggett. Lauren Marie Kirschner. Priscilla Yinging Leo. Ethan Joseph Toomey. Abigail Marie Ward. And now for the reading of the remainder of our graduates.
Olivia Isabel Acuna Maxwell. Phoenix Dylan Adams. Haley Morgan Agresta. Gabriel David Akers. Cassidy Elizabeth Alcorn. Miriam Y. Alshankiti. Skylar Renee Archambault. Makira Renee Arms. Stephen Allen Ashby. Austin Anthony Cree Avenetti. Madison Nicole Bagley. Troy Eugene Baker. John Marshall Bradford. Garrett Michael Barnish. Catherine Olivia Barkley. Corbin Michael Barrett. Kaylin Morgan Barton. Lillian Grace Barton. Travis Dean Bachelor. Dalton Lewis Bates. Daniel Wayne Braw. Gary Stephen Bays. Kaylee Leanne Beasley. Ethan Cole Becker. Chloe Melissa Bedwell. Jaden Azron Levon Bell. Jaredith Tristan Bell. Brett Matthew Benefill. Paige Catherine Bennett. Christopher Joseph Bland. Jonathan S. Boone. Michaela Marie Bogue. Jalen Alexis Bradbury. Anthony Dean Friedlove. Viola Lachey Brewer. Jillian Paige Brink. Emily Joy Brown. Keontae Martez Brown. Manzili Lindbergh Brown. Trey Daniel Brown. Jacob Michael Bryan. Jonathan Lee Bunch. Marquand Dejon Burgess. Chase Stewart Burke. Cassie Leanne Burrow. Maxwell Meng Burt. Andrew Kyle Bird. Gabriel Michael Carpenter. Landon Reed Carr. Isabella Noel Carter. Samuel John Cartwright. Maria Allison Casey. Jalen Wayne Cass. Caleb N. Chambers. Erica Dawn Chandler. Elizabeth Jane Clark. Jalen Andrew Clark. Logan Eugene Clements. Griffin John Comer. Portia Lynn Condry. Fletcher Riley Cook. Daryl Deron Cooley. Dominique Lachey Cooper. Breland Venna Corns. Joshua Michael Cottom. Michaela Jean Cox. Chandler Michael Kraft. Diana Judith Craig. Rylan Scott Crockett. Kyle Andrew Drummond. Nicholas Thomas Cutter. William Kenneth Cutter. Christina Marie Danius. Cole Allen Davis. Connor Lee Davis. Maximilian James Davis. Kendra Nicole Deckard. Deegan Brigg de Vilario. Brianna Jenica DeLone Martinez. Sydney Morgan Denny. Sydney Ray Derrickson. Carrie Christina Dirsch. Jaspreet Dillion. Alyssa Faith Dykes. Lainey Elise Dillion. Jenna Marie Dinkle. Delivian Deshaw Dorsey. Zachary James Dove. Hunter Aaron Dow. Casey Lee Dudley. Katie Lynn Dudley. Now reading graduates' names will be Reagan Faust.
Harley Renee Dykes. Ezekiel Joseph Edberg. Giovanna Elias. Riley Michael Emery. Sean A. Inyort. Micah Gabriel Estes. Claire Ann Evans. Kimberly Rose Fagg. Cassidy Micah Sue Fagg. Aiden Joseph Fellows. Jason Fang. Owen James Finley. Justin Tyler Fish. Lena Mae Foles. Hunter Edward Foote. Matthew David Ford. Samuel Edwin Ford. Caleb Matthew Faust. William Connor Fowdy. Salvador Ryan Franco. Caitlin Eileen Folk. Caleb Irvin Gackle. Seth Oliver Gage. Nicholas Garrison Gamble. Bailey Ann Gardner. Michaela Kathleen Gaston. Juliet Madeline Gabier. Merrick Logan Gibson. Bianca Brielle Godfrey. Tristan James Godfrey. Cassandra Joan Golden. Mallory Jane Gossett. Drake Orion Gray. Sanaya Elise Green. Noah Lee Griffith. Landon Dale Grimes. McKagan Ray Grimm. Alan Denote Lamar Hare. Timothy Joseph Haley. Peyton Gregory Hall. Peyton Elise Halloran. Moses Joe Ham. Cordell Eugene Haynes. Erin Marie Hannaford. Ashlyn Garrett Harden. Cody Scott Harden. Dejan Christopher Hatfield. Peyton Haviland. Sarah Audrey Hawes, David Garrett Hayes, Lauren Elizabeth Ann Hayes, Nathan Anthony Haymaker, Cruz Carlos Hayward, Matthew Devin Hoshari, Jordan Danielle Hilton, Ashley Morgan High, Tatum B. Hill, Brendan Scott Hinton, David James Height, Sarah Catherine Hoggett, Stephen William Houston, Evan Worthington Hubbard, Derek James Ray Hudgens, Dylan Crawford Hudson, Haley Elizabeth Hunt, John Robert Hunter, Diana Tina Ikonovic, Makithio Alexis Assam, Zoe Marie Jackson, Ian Walter Jedlicka, Jalen Ty Jeffries, Kai Alvin Jennings, Collier Donald Gerald, Tobiah LaShawn Johnson Alaw, Jalen Triel Johnson, McCartney Andrew Johnson, Clayton Eldridge Jones, Gabriel Scott Jones, Abigail Elizabeth Kenizer, Billy Jack Kennedy, Molly Callahan Kennedy, Sierra Grace Kincaid, Austin Allen King, Madeline Ann Kincaid, Mitchell Sidney Kincaid, Noah Edward Kincaid, Caleb Jared Clapco, Austin Michael Flink. Now reading graduates' names will be Lauren Kirshner.
Mahith Kaduru, Pascal Marie Coach, Jaime Ricardo Kolb, Jackson Scott Coons, Avery Rose Laffoon, Brian Anthony Langer, Ayana Lordi Laponzi, Michaela Irene Lawson, Hunter Terry Layton, Annie Liu Lemke, Audrey Peyton Leonardo, Zachary Stephen Leonardo, Brenda G. Lewis, Anna Lynn, Quinn Allen Litchfield, Vincent Joseph Lafredo, Garrett Edward Lloyd, Jackson K. Luna McCrocklin, Daniel Levi Maish, Grady Edward McGill, Azriel Joy Pele Monalese, Cyrene Ann Santos Martin, Amanda Isabel Martinez, Jasmine Carr Maui, Wyatt Christopher Maxwell, Shakira Aubrey May, Trey Thomas McLeod, Hannah Nicole McClure, Madeline Rose McCoy, Martez D. McGee II, Madeline R. McIntosh, Nathan David McIntyre, Brendan Isaac McPike, Emily McQuilkin Briggs, Maya Grace Mershell, Rayleigh Abigail Milburn, Mason Lane Mitchell, Elvin Makori Mamani, Trinity Catherine Montgomery, Samara Sade Moore, Sam Payne Morgan, Alexander Thomas Morse, Marcus Danielle Mundell, Mitchell Neil Mundy, Josiah Napier, Christopher Philip Newman, Dakota William Neaton, Jacob Ryan Norris, Amelia Lee Ogden, Aluabori David Ojo. Oh, sorry. Charlotte Ann Olson, Aiden O'Toole, Devin Allen Oxendine, Jonki Alpesh Patel, Jay Shailashbhai Patel, Krupa Patel, Pia Tushka Patel, Shauna Jackson Patterson, Zachary J. Pemberton, Nicholas J. Peters, Ashlyn McKenna Phelps, Madison Grace Phelps, Phoebe Joyce Pyland, Noah E. Pittman, Julia Lauren Pomfret, Luca Gabrielle Popoff, Jalen Taprice Potter, Jared Anthony Wayne Powers, Zoe Michelle Prather, Logan Scott Presnell, Logan Keith Price, Keegan Michael Rader, Magena Ramadani, Thomas Andrew Rarick, Modeep Singh Rawala, Gabriel Zane Reckner, Kapil Vupala Reddy. Chloe Faith Reed. Zoe Mackenzie Reeder. Jacob Samuel Reedy. Jared Michael Reese. Jasper Robert Reese. Annabelle Ava Reeves. Maggie Christine Rice. Nathan Merrick Richardson. Carson Nadine Ryder. Casey Lynn Ritchie. Cameron Jesse Rivera. Paul Alejandro Rivera. Alishba Rizwan. And now reading the graduates' names will be Abby Ward.
Noah Christopher Roach. Adeline Dawn Roberts. Amanda Marie Roberts. David Isaac Robertson. Devin Andrew Walkwood. Cielo Flower Rodriguez. Kirsten Jewel Etta Rogers. Lauren Marie Rowe. Christopher Eric Rosman. Tegan Russell. Jabril Oitende Salako. Megan N. Salesman. Summer Ann Sanders. Nadia Nicole Sanquinetti. Cameron Ray Sarson. Carson Renee Schneider. Aubrey Rose Scott. John Michael Sakaz. Abigail Grace Shackelford. Nicholas Wayne Schaefer. Kiara Rose Chaperes. Brenton Lamont Shelton. Brian Douglas Shepard. Olivia Rose Shinkle. Alexander Hughes Shotwell. David Gary Sims Jr. Whitney Jalen Steiner. Jaskaran Singh. Avery D. Slocum. Brianna Christine Smith. Jade Roslyn Smith. Madeline Nicole Smith. Nathaniel Ryan Smith. Andrea Gale Sons. Clinton Tate Spidel. Nathaniel William Staley. Luke Hayden Stamper. Cheyenne Marie Stanky. Emma Marie Stevens. Henry Michael Stofferin. Richard Scott Stoltz. Caitlin Paige Strain. Cheyenne Lee Strain. Jaren Olivia Strong. Graham Matthew Stoltz. Mackenzie Elaine Sullivan. Clayton Andrew Summers. Alexis Lee Swan, Camille Elizabeth Swanner, Jason Richard Swearings, Robert James Tate, Devin Joseph Taylor, Grace May Taylor, Timothy Dalton Taylor, Jacob Ryan Thacker, Tyler Nathaniel Thomas, Kelby Breon Thompson, Kara Ray Totten, Jaden Joseph Trueblood, Justin Joseph Trueblood, Tia Lakelia Vaughn, Deontay Eldridge Wade, Taylor Lynn Wade, Brianna Rose Walker, Ian Nathaniel Ware, Kayana Renee Ware, Kaylee Ray Warford, Emma Brianna Weaver, Jacob Lee Weaver, Sean Tyler Wheeler, Joshua Stephen Westcott, Michaela Lynn Whitbow, Emmanuel Daniel Lewis White, Trent Alexander White, Christopher Craig Whitlock, Bryce Michael Wilcox, Jaden Michael Wilcox, Katie Lee Lelola Williams, Otis Warren Williams, Austin James Willis, Kaylee Catherine Wilson, Joseph Bradley Winterlich, Jordan Joseph Witt, Abigail Elizabeth Wittenmeyer, Landon Tyler Wright, Quentin Cole Wolf, Austin Stanley Woolston, Haley Marie Yasko, William Antonio Young, Kareem Aham Zahir, Michelle Zhang, Jacob David Zimmerman,
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lauren Kirshner, and I'm the 2020 Senior Class President. Trying to find the right words to close this graduation ceremony was anything but easy. But that seems perfectly fitting considering the year that we had. A year like no other, a year full of ups and downs, a year unprecedented and unexpected, a year that ended too quickly. So how can I possibly describe this year? Here's how. Promising. Despite being faced with obstacle after obstacle, challenge after challenge, we didn't stop trying, we didn't fail, and we didn't hide. Instead, we persevered, we persisted, and we went above and beyond. And this is what gives me hope for what's to come. We stand here today on the precipice of our future. It's no longer far away and out of reach. It begins here, it begins now. And I say with full confidence that you are ready. Class of 2020, we are ready. These past 4 years have done their best to prepare us for the inevitable future. And now we are finally here. I don't need to say good luck because we are ready. Now, fellow grads, please join me in turning your tassels from right to left. Congratulations, class of 2020.
James Baldwin was an American novelist, playwright, essayist, poet, and activist. He stated, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced. So Braves, I challenge you to always face adversity with the power of knowledge. Stand up for what you think is right. Stand up for all of your fellow citizens and make a positive impact in our world. Stay strong, stay brave, and stay classy. This concludes our graduation ceremony, and we ask that everyone wear masks when they're exiting the stadium. Graduates, you will exit through the south gate. Parents and guardians, you'll exit through the north gates. Have a beautiful celebratory afternoon and travel safely.